The Kirtland boys get a Jeremy Lunka brace to sandwich a late first-half strike from Evan Duras and a late second-half header from Kyle Lutz to record a 4-0 win over Campbell Memorial on Saturday afternoon in a Division III regional final down at Streetsboro as Kirtland books its first-ever state Final Four berth in boys soccer in school history. I could not have been more pleased, first of all, with that opening 40 from the Hornets all the way around. Just a commanding performance to really seize control of this match and not let go of it. It was like a vice grip from the start. And the two things that really stood out to me, number one was the tenacity in midfield, making it difficult on every touch for Campbell Memorial. They were a side that was coming in, I think, off the top of my head, 116 goals on the year. So obviously a very potent attacking side. And the way that Kirtland was operating in midfield made it very difficult for the Red Devils to get any sort of combination play or attacking rhythm of any sort really throughout this match. Campbell Memorial, I only had him for one shot on target in this match. And with some of the dudes that they have in the attack, that says a lot about the way that Kirtland was really dictating the tempo and the flow of this match. And another big thing was, to be completely honest, was that back line for Campbell Memorial really concerned me from the start of this match from the standpoint of, with a flat back four, I felt like, and I got the sense early on, and John and his boys confirmed it to me post-match, that they didn't react particularly well to long service. And given the fact that the Hornets were mixing up their service with pacey through balls on the ground and chip long service over the top, mixing that together well, it was really difficult for Campbell Memorial to clear out there, and Kirtland looked dangerous from the start of this match. Jeremy was telling me after the match that they were really trying to test him in that first 5 minutes and see what they could get away with, and I think it was clear from the start that that long service was going to pay some dividends, and boy did it ever. That opening goal was a nice piece of business all the way around. Lunka was able to bury the rebound there at the far post, but the work predominantly there was put in by Josip Barisic. It was a lovely piece of business there, winning a ball on the right side of his offensive third. And the thing is the ball win was great, but the initial touch to create space into the box was ambitious but smart, because he knew what he wanted to do with it. He played that touch right into the box. The defender didn't react to it immediately. It creates an opportunity for himself to try to go far post with a finish. It's deflected by the keeper, but then Luck is able to bury the rebound, make it a 1-0 match. Now, obviously, with such a potent side, if it's 1-0, you have reason for concern just simply because they can get back in the match conceivably right away with the amount of options they have in the attack. So that second goal by Duras was big. Really nice pacey ball there by Lunka to set up Duras, and Duras, who obviously had a great district final, had a brace there in the second half in that 5-0 win over Badger with a big strike there in the 38th to make it a 2-0 match, and then Kirtland was really on its way. We've talked often, and rightfully so, about how sensational that defensive third play has been for the Hornets all year long. 9 goals yielded, 14 clean sheets. They've only given up more than 1 goal in a match twice this year in that regional semifinal against Kidron Central Christian, a 3-2 win in extra time, and a 2-0 loss earlier in the season to Independence. And that back line was just so good today, just so organized. That back four played extremely well. Seniors Kyle Lutz, Bartul Petrick, Dean Springer, veterans back there, Tyler Banyas in goal. They have some guys in the defensive third that can operate well, and they've played well all year, and this match was no exception. They were great in the back when they needed to be, cleared out well, poised, weren't giving up stupid fouls or anything like that. This group has been great, and it was great when it needed to be here. I just want to say a quick word overall about Kirtland. On a personal note, I'm just so happy for John to finally break through after all these years. I can think of all the times that I stood out in that dirt parking lot over at Hawken after district semifinals and district finals when they had great sides and just couldn't quite break through against the Hawks. That 2016 regional final with Jared Iannero and that side when they had a good chance against Kidron Central Christian and couldn't quite break through there, and there was that absolutely horrific offside call in that match, but that's a point for another day. But I'm just so happy for John because he's done such a great job with that program for so long, and they could never quite break through, and they were finally able to here. That's a testament to John and to these boys that they were able to break through and finally get to state. And what a moment for that community with the girls getting their third state Final Four berth in 4 years, with the boys finally getting to state for the first time. A great moment for Kirtland, and they had every right to savor it, especially after the performance they put in against Campbell Memorial, a 4-0 D3 regional final win on Saturday.